Welcome to this explainer. We are literally standing on the precipice of a brand new era. Right this second, there are microscopic robots being designed to swim through your bloodstream, and reactors being built to capture the power of a miniature sun. These aren't just far-off sci-fi dreams anymore. They're real innovations being built right under our noses. And they are absolutely going to reshape how we live, how we work, how we communicate, and maybe even how we define what it means to be human. So let's dive right in. Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with Welcome to the Future, then jump into next-gen computing and upgrading the human body. From there, we'll zoom out to redefining our world, expanding experience, and wrap up with preparing for tomorrow. We're going to trace this whole thing logically, starting right inside our own minds and scaling all the way out to the cosmos. So, what if an AI scheduled your day before you even woke up? Or imagine traveling to Mars like it's just a normal everyday flight. Sounds exactly like a pitch for a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? But here's the crazy part. This isn't Hollywood. These are the actual, literal engineering roadmaps of today's leading tech companies. Number 1, next-gen computing and intelligence, redefining the limits of processing. To wrap our heads around how any of this is even possible, we really have to look at the invisible, foundational forces that are going to power everything else. Now, we all know artificial intelligence has already changed our world, but let's be real. Today's AI is highly specialized. It's kind of like a super-powered calculator, perfect at doing just one specific thing. But the next major leap, that's artificial general intelligence, or AGI. AGI isn't just a calculator. It's a digital polymath that actually thinks, learns, and solves problems across completely different fields, behaving a whole lot more like a human mind. Honestly, developing and controlling this intelligence responsibly is going to be one of humanity's absolute greatest challenges. Just imagine the sheer scale of productivity here. We're talking about a single system that can design a massive skyscraper in the morning, diagnose some obscure disease by lunch, and then, write a best-selling novel by dinner. AGI has the potential to unlock human productivity on a scale that is, frankly, just unimaginable today. But, AI is really only half the equation. The hardware has got to keep up too. Today's supercomputers run on regular bits. Think of it like a coin sitting flat on a table. It's either heads, a 0, or tails, a 1. Quantum computers, on the other hand, use qubits. Imagine taking that coin and spinning it. While it's spinning, it's this crazy blur of both heads and tails at the exact same time. That's what allows quantum computers to process just a massive amount of possibilities simultaneously. Eventually, they're going to outperform our current best supercomputers by billions of times over. No joke. And listen, this isn't just about getting faster frame rates in your favorite video game. This is a massive accelerant for humanity. We're talking about simulating millions of chemical reactions in seconds to discover life-saving drugs, or crunching decades of complex atmospheric data in a single afternoon for incredibly accurate climate predictions. Problems that would literally take traditional computers years to solve could eventually be cracked in just a few minutes. Number 2, upgrading the human body, merging biology with technology. Now, with all that unimaginable computing power at our disposal, we can start turning that technology inward, right into ourselves. Think about this for a second. What if you could type a message completely without touching your phone, or without even speaking out loud? What if you could literally just think of the message and boom, it appears on the screen? I know, it sounds like magic, but it's actually the science of brain-computer interfaces. By connecting the neural pathways of the human brain directly to machines, your very thoughts could instantly become digital information. Someday, soon, people might actually be able to communicate without moving a single muscle. And the medical applications here, they honestly feel like absolute miracles. It's not just about, controlling a cursor on a screen. We're talking about a paralyzed patient walking again, where someone who has been blind since birth suddenly seeing the faces of their loved ones through a direct digital feed right to their visual cortex. These are deeply, deeply life-changing medical capabilities that could completely eradicate some of the most challenging physical disabilities we know of. Going even deeper into the body, literally, imagine swallowing a little capsule filled with robots that are smaller than a single red blood cell. These medical nanobots would essentially act like a tiny surgical team inside your bloodstream, actively hunting down cancer cells or repairing damaged tissue from the inside out. Medicine wouldn't just be about treating symptoms anymore. It would be like a microscopic construction project inside your veins. It's infinitely more effective than anything we have today. Number 3, redefining our physical world, transforming our cities, energy, and labor. Let's zoom out a bit from the intricate details of the human body. and take a look at the environment we interact with every single day. 10. 10 minutes. That is how long your frustrating hour-long daily commute could take in the near future. Instead of just staring at the bumper of the car in front of you for an hour, the solution is actually looking up to the sky. Electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, or eVTOLs, are going to turn city rooftops into transit hubs, basically making electric flying taxis a totally normal part of everyday life. Meanwhile, down on the ground, the streets themselves are going to act like a living, breathing organism, all governed by AI. Instead of these isolated systems we have now, the traffic grids will actually talk to the power plants, and waste management will sync perfectly with public transit. Picture smart traffic lights that perfectly choreograph cars, completely eliminating rush hour congestion. Wouldn't that be amazing? While at the same time, streetlights automatically dim and empty neighborhoods to save power. Entire cities are going to become so much cleaner, highly efficient, and significantly safer. Of course, running this whole shebang is going to require massive amounts of power, right? And while solar and wind are absolutely critical, the ultimate prize we're chasing here is fusion energy. This is the exact same process that powers the sun itself. Just to put that into perspective for you, a single glass of water could theoretically provide enough fusion fuel to power a person's entire life for decades. And the best part? Zero carbon emissions. It is quite literally the holy grail of clean, limitless, affordable electricity. So, who's going to be building and maintaining this wild new world? Advanced robotics, for sure. But don't worry, the goal here isn't to replace us, it's to augment us. By handing over the really dangerous stuff, like fighting wildfires, doing deep-sea repairs, or heavy construction to machines, humanity is going to be freed up to focus on what we do best: creativity, connection, and innovation. Number 4, expanding the human experience, reaching beyond our physical limits. So, once our basic needs, our health, and our cities are all fully optimized, where do we go next? Well, first, we'll reach beyond our physical limits digitally. Thanks to extended reality, the digital and the physical worlds are going to seamlessly blur together. You won't just, read about ancient Egypt in a textbook anymore. You'll actually feel like you're standing right there in the desert heat next to the pyramids. You won't just do a boring video call with a coworker across the globe. Their hologram will be sitting in the chair right across from you. These digital experiences are going to merge with our physical reality in ways that completely redefine education, business, shopping, you name it. And finally, we're going to look outward. For thousands of years, human civilization has strictly had a single planet history. We've existed only right here on Earth. But very soon, we are transitioning into a multi-planet future. Space agencies and private companies aren't just planning quick visits anymore. They are actively planning permanent Mars settlements and major asteroid mining infrastructure. For future generations, Earth might honestly just be considered the starting line of humanity's journey. Number 5, preparing for tomorrow. The most transformative period in human history. We've covered the mind, the body, the city, and the stars. So let's bring this all together. The core takeaway from everything we've explored today in this explainer is simply this: the future isn't just arriving someday, it's already being built right now. Artificial intelligence, quantum computing, medical nanotechnology, fusion energy, flying vehicles, space colonies. When you combine all of these breakthroughs, it absolutely guarantees that the next few decades are going to be the most profoundly transformative period in the entire history of our species. So I want to leave you with one final question to chew on. Out of everything we've explored today, from tiny medical nanobots swimming in your bloodstream to waking up in a settlement on Mars, which future technology are you most excited about? The future belongs to those who prepare for it. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Keep questioning everything, and I'll see you in the next explainer.